If it made you late for class, if it meant stopping the work on the house you were building, if it meant making an extra cup of iced tea on your porch, you wanted to make time for us. It wasn't just that you would, but that you wanted to, and that was clear to everyone. And the sense of value that you communicated to all of us because of that is a gift. But I also recognize that the late nights with rehearsals and those weekend chats and everything were also a sacrifice on Sally's part. Or if not a sacrifice, it was a shared commitment to this ministry. So I would like to thank Sally too for all the hours that she didn't have Dan with her because he was with all of us. Thank you.
We sit around our dinner tables when they come home and share dance stories often. And I'm sure we could all, if we combined, write pretty much a whole book or several books about Dan Jackson and what a great, great man he is, has been shared here tonight. I remember a couple of years ago sitting in his office with several mothers, and we were helping him pull off yet another musical. And he said, "Why do you guys do this anyway?" Because we were all stressed out. And he said, "I know why. You do it because you love me, huh?" And I said, "Of course not. We do it because we love our kids and Sally." And I said, "Well, I guess we do love you a little bit." And a few friends of mine were talking a few weeks ago. We thought, he can get pretty much anyone to do anything because we do feel such a great love for him. And I would just like to thank him. I always do this, I'm sorry. For bringing the gift of music to our family. When I grew up, my dad used to play musicals, and I would sing to them, but I couldn't sing. But I always dreamed that I wish I could. And so when we moved here to this town 21 years ago, and my children were old enough to come to this high school, and I heard about this fabulous music department, we tried to get our kids in there, and it has been the hugest blessing ever, and I know we all feel that way. Thank you, Nathan.
Even though you never put me in any of your musicals and you never gave me any solos, and you let my younger brother into chamber singers as a sophomore next year, and you made me wait till I was a senior, I still have really enjoyed being in your class these 4 years.
Thank you, everybody, for your comments. The next act we're going to have is going to be, I believe, not a former student of Mr. Jackson, but someone who went to high school. I believe you graduated together, is that correct? And that will be Russ Fidel, and he will be performing with Nancy Crow. They're going to sing I've Grown Accustomed to Her Face, and there's some people walking up and down the sides right now. They're going to be passing these papers out. Once they begin singing, when they get to the second verse, and on the cue, everybody, please join Russ in singing verse 2.